The summer camp called Pine Shore was surrounded by forest on all sides. Tall pines stood like silent guards. The lake nearby was dark even in daylight. It reflected the sky, but never the bottom. 6 university students arrived 3 days before the children. They were studying psychology. This was supposed to be a quiet internship. Observation, teamwork, preparation. No campers yet, no counselors, just them. "Feels strange without kids," Marta said. "Peaceful," Vlad replied with a grin. The administrator handed them keys and gave only one rule. Do not enter the old lakeside building. "It's unstable," he said. "Unsafe." But when he said it, he didn't look at the building. He looked at them. The first night. The first evening passed normally. They unpacked, they joked, they sat by the lake until dark. Around 2 in the morning, Elena woke up. Knock, knock, knock. Slow, measured, not random. She held her breath. "Sophia, do you hear that?" No answer. The knocking came again, closer to the window now. She stood up and walked to the curtain. Her hand trembled as she pulled it aside. Near the old building, a tall figure stood between the trees. It was too tall to be natural. Its shoulders were narrow, its arms hung too low. It was facing her cabin. She stepped back sharply, her heart pounded in her ears. When she looked again, the space between the trees was empty. The photographs. In the morning, she told the others. They laughed at first, but they still went to see the old building, together. The padlock was hanging on the door, unlocked. Inside, the air felt colder, not fresher, colder. Dust covered the floor, but there were footprints cutting through it, fresh ones, leading upstairs. On the second floor, they found a wall covered in photographs. Old camp seasons, smiling children, campfires, swimming competitions. And in every single photo, there was a tall, blurred shape in the background. Sometimes near the trees, sometimes by the cabins, sometimes directly behind the group. "Probably a camera glitch," Vlad muttered, but his voice was not steady. Sophia counted the children in one picture, then in another. "Does anyone else notice," she said quietly, "that the groups get smaller every year?" No one answered. The first disappearance. That evening, Vlad stayed behind near the lake. He said he needed air. A storm rolled in fast. Thunder cracked overhead. When he didn't return, they searched for him, calling his name. They found his phone inside the old building, on the staircase. The screen was cracked, still glowing. A photo was open, taken moments ago. It showed the 5 of them standing outside, looking confused. Taken from above, from the second floor. Slowly, they lifted their heads. The figure stood at the top of the stairs. It was almost touching the ceiling. Its arms were long enough to brush the walls. Its face was smooth, blank, no features. It tilted its head slightly and took one step down. They ran, fading. Marta tripped halfway across the clearing. They heard her scream. Then silence. When they looked back, she was gone. Not dragged, not struggling, just gone. The next morning, something felt wrong. There were 4 toothbrushes in the sink, not 5. 4 cups, 4 beds used. "Wasn't Marta staying in this cabin?" Elena asked. The others hesitated. "Who?" The knocking returns. That night, they locked themselves inside one cabin, all lights off, no talking. Knock, knock, knock. It was at the door. "Let me in," a voice said. It sounded like Vlad. "I got lost." Sophia began to cry quietly. The door shook violently. The cabinet blocking it slid aside. Wood splintered. The door burst open. The figure filled the frame. It did not rush them. It did not scream. It simply stepped inside. The air grew colder, harder to breathe. They ran in different directions. Erasure. By dawn, only Olena remained, or so she thought. She walked through the camp slowly. 3 cabins were open, unused, empty. She tried to remember.